So I made that neat little video saying, hey, I found this brand new in the garage. And I decided to start assembling it. So first thing will be assembling and adjusting the eye shield. So the eye shield is in this plastic not zipped, but plastic sealed container. And I've double checked and it's got all the parts in there, I think. Wait a minute. Maybe it doesn't. It's got those parts. Oh, here's a little thumb screw. Alright, so it's got all that together. And so I'm supposed to assemble all this, make it look like that, put it together, and then this acts like an extra bit of safety. So that's what I'm going to do. So there we go. And now we have this completely assembled. And if we bring it over here, we'll be able to connect it right there. So, one-handed, because I'm holding the, there we go. And there we go. Now I can use it without worrying too much about stuff sparking back. And if it needs to be adjusted, I can totally adjust it, move it a little closer if needed. Because remember, eye safety is important. The next part to be assembled is the tool rest. So when you're trying to sharpen something up here, you've got an area to rest it against and hold it real steady, especially if you're trying to do a chisel or something. So here's all my parts. Tear into it. Already started to have a little hole in it, so hopefully I have all the pieces. Should have a washer and a nut. There we go. I do. Now, according to this, I'm supposed to put the nut on here, followed by the washer, and I can see why now, because what really concerned me before I read the instructions was it goes right here into that little spot right there. Turned on the light, and I was worried that, you know, how's this stem going to go in without being ground off against the wheel? Well, the nut, the washer, and then that all together should be thick enough to keep it from pushing all the way through. Let's see if I can get this in there. Nice. And then you can bring this up and set this at some desired height. To allow for whatever tool you're trying to sharpen to rest against it. Nice. So now we have the eye shield, which I've moved out of place right there, and we have the tool rest. Now I'm gonna put that all down and out of the way, because we're gonna move on over here to this big part, which is going to be the other tool rest for the large part, this second part here. Now the instructions say I can install it on the right hand side or on the left hand side. My choice. Now when I turn it on, let me make sure I'm not going to scratch up anything. So on the right hand side, whatever I'm sharpening, this will be moving towards the sharpened item. So if I'm sharpening like that, then this is moving in this direction. And on the left hand side, if I'm sharpening, it's moving away. And now that I think about it, I think I like that better. Less possibility for anything to get jammed up. This will be trying to pull it away from me rather than push it at me. So I'm going to set up the tool rest and everything on this side. So when I turn it on, where'd my switch go? Pulling away, as opposed to coming at me. Yeah, that might be a safer way of doing it. I've pulled this wrist and the parts out of here, and it looks like it's real simple. Loosen up these little areas here, set it up, line it up with those holes, front and back, slide out in and out wherever I want it to be, and voila. So let's see. According to the picture, I want the washers on the outside. Take that, there, tighten it down. I'll come back and tighten it down with a small tool. For right now, let's see, nice thing about these handles, you can just pull them out and they're adjustable. Get that into where the, oh. There we go. Just finger tight that for the moment, and then pull it out, forward, there. That tightens it down there. And this one over here, up and down. That's pretty handy. So up this high, or even down low, you could really decide where you want the angle of your tool, and then just set this in place. Nice. This is a milled flat surface, and right here is for a little miter gauge that I'm going to show you next. And there's a little miter gauge. Same type of idea you'd find on your bandsaw or table saw. Set it in place. There's it back and forth, and this will keep a 90-degree angle. Loosen it up, set it to a 30-degree angle, or even as far as a 45-degree angle. So if for some reason you want your item that you're sharpening to come across like that, and there you go. I figure for the most part, I'll probably be using it at the 0 angle. And there I go. That's going to be useful to keep all sorts of things sharp. So that's just a quick little rundown of assembling this universal wet dry grinder model 23700 by Delta.